Welcome into your Louisiana Go Nation. He is Brian Hall and I'm Chessa Boucher. It has been an eventful week here in Baton Rouge, from LSU women's hoops upsetting Texas to Lane Kiffin being on quite the heater this week.
You're leaving out all the football, right? Like the national championship game, the Tigers in the NFL are going to the divisional round. It's going to be a lot of fun football this weekend. I might be in Miami to view some.
You might be? Just might?
I might be jet set, and you never know. First off, let's get it back on the tracks.
Okay.
What did we learn going into this week?
All right, so this is what I learned. We all know that Lane Kiffin is the ultimate troll. He is elite. But this tweet, that right there, is the ultimate I am him tweet. For context, earlier this week, LSU still didn't have a single scholarship quarterback on their roster. So you know what Lane Kiffin did? Well, he decided to fly to Knoxville, Tennessee, and basically told Rocky Top and Miami, who, like you mentioned, is in the CFP National Championship, you're not getting our guy. He made sure Sam Leavitt committed to LSU. Now, after Leavitt, he left Baton Rouge, and apparently it was not on great terms with LSU, and then Kiffin still managed to get what a lot of outlets are calling the #1 QB out of the portal, and he did it in enemy territory. That's not the biggest flex of them all. Verge Osbury, he got the right guy here in Baton Rouge. Now LSU has arguably the best and deepest QB room in the country. The Lane train, he still has to prove himself on the field, but man, what a start for Kiffin and company. A huge flex there.
Reminds me of when Eddie O went to Houston to the airport, Caleb Von Chesson, and followed him through security as he's going to the trip to Gainesville to visit the Florida Gators. And he was trying to follow him through security.
Like, nope, you ain't going. You ain't
hey,
going, my
man,
guy. Stay
you're
here.
my guy. You can go to Florida, but you coming back, you be a Tiger after that. All right, what I learned, we saw it a lot say it a lot on this show, I should say. Sports are the best. It mirrors and imitates real life. It teaches us life lessons. It gives us things that will serve us later in life that you just simply can't teach in a classroom, right? You have to go through it. Think about this. Mario Cristobal is coaching on Monday night for a national championship. Just a decade ago, he was fired. He was fired from FIU, Florida International University, not Miami, not a big program. He keeps working. So then he goes and learns from the GOAT, Nick Saban. Keeps working. He goes to Oregon, who's universally actually praised as a much better job than Oregon. And he comes home, gets knocked for not being a great in-game coach. What does he do? Keeps working. Then 1 week left in the season. They're not even 2 spots from being in the college football playoff, let alone the national championship. They're supposed to be sitting at home right now. By the way, he's technically probably not supposed to be in this country, born to Cuban immigrants. His parents didn't know English, yet worked 2 and 3 jobs at a time, Jeff. Amazing story. He kept working. He got a college scholarship. He kept working. They won a national championship as a player at Miami. His mother passed away the day of his first practice as the new head coach at Miami. Unreal. He kept working. All the setbacks, all the obstacles. He only met those with keep working. If this isn't the American dream, then show me what is. It's an amazing story. And even if he finds a setback on Monday night, doesn't win it all, I have to believe Mario Cristobal is going to keep working. All right, speaking of college football, who wins it all? The national championship. You got the Cinderella story. Sig. Kurt Cignetti, the Hoosiers, or the U, the Miami Hurricanes. We'll find out in a home game, basically, for the Hurricanes there in Miami Gardens at Hard Rock Stadium.
Everyone has hope in January, right? When you start the initial process of a new season. But it was more than hope. I think we recognized early on this is a unique group of individuals, and that the work ethic was through the roof. The appetite for the grind was legit.
Define Cinderella's story in the context of Indiana. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that.
A team that has risen up despite the past that shows there has not been a lot of winning tradition.
Well, I think that's a fact. If you look at, the record since Indiana started playing football and relative to the success we've had the last 2 years, we've broken a lot of records here.
It is a heavyweight bout in this year's national championship between Miami and Indiana on a Monday night. Of course, Nobody really expected Miami and Indiana
Oh,
to
no.
be in the final game of the season. Even in the modern era of college football, it comes down to a couple of the most physical football teams as they've proven that throughout this year's CFP.
They're really fast, physical, explosive, talented, and smart. They play with a lot of physicality, a lot of violence. They understand their scheme top to bottom. They make it very challenging. They've done a great job confusing opponent offensive lines with how they line up. You got to understand, these guys, they played a lot of games together. A lot of these guys came over from JMU. They went deep into the playoffs, right, a year ago. They've been in this system and have played a lot of ball together.
A huge challenge against a great Miami team. Very impressive, really, in all three phases. A lot of twitched up athletes playing fast, playing with a nasty edge. Coach Cristobal's done a great job, really shutting people down, creating turnovers, creating havoc up front. The two ends are a big challenge. Corey's got them flying around, and their teams are good.
The guy who's just running for a touchdown, the star of that offense, he's 18. Oof. All right, code up. Until further notice, football season is still alive, Chester. All right, so we're going to celebrate it. We check in with some former LSU Tigers balling out there on Sundays.
Plus, LSU has quite the quarterback room, y'all. We'll hear from someone who knows Sam Leavitt really well. That's after the break. Welcome back into your Louisiana Go Nation. I'm Chester Boucher. He is Brian Holland. The Lane train is absolutely on a fire. Woo-hoo! Transfer portal. He is tearing it up so far.
Ever since he's become the head coach,
Yep.
you've been on cloud nine
Yep.
given your past experiences with both schools. But look, the real piece here is we're all asking each other in the office, and I'm sure it's every office, who's going to actually be that quarterback, and especially quarterback one there for Lane Train. He now has his man in Sam Leavitt coming over from Arizona State, choosing LSU over, like you said. Oh, excuse me. There we are. Sam Leavitt coming over. Now you can hear me. Coming over from Arizona State, choosing LSU over Miami, Tennessee, Kentucky, dual threat quarterback. I love how he kind of shows off the legs. He runs hard, by the way. It's all effort, all body motion. And so you're not going to really get him. He's going to run through some guys as well. Now, he's dealing with a Liz Frank injury there in his foot. So he underwent surgery, probably won't participate in most of spring football, but he does have 2 seasons of eligibility left in this one.
All right, now, so just who is Sam Leavitt? He's now the presumed starting quarterback for the Bayou Bengals. We can go through all the stats, but what does he look like through a coach's viewpoint? Here's the perspective from someone who knows him best, his high school coach.
He is a unique person in terms of confidence. I've coached 45 years, and I can't remember having a quarterback that is that confident in his abilities, and he trusts his feet, he trusts his arm, which a lot of quarterbacks, if they make a mistake, they bring caution into their game. He makes a mistake and he comes back even stronger. So I think that's the part that I think I'm excited to see what he can do. He's one of those rare quarterbacks that you can talk about something, and in one rep, he's figured out how to do it. So he's exceptional that way. The offense was new to him, and working together. So we would say many times, "Hey, no, oh yes," and Sam would take off and make something happen. And that's his strength is to create plays where sometimes there's no play.
I think even more amazing is they went and then got another quarterback who I think is one of the most talented, if not the most talented, just gifted quarterbacks in the country, Husan Longstreet, the quarterback, former 5-star, coming over from just 1 season at Southern Cal. Still has 4 years of eligibility left, though, as he was considered one of the best players in the portal here this offseason.
Good news for Tiger fans. Sophomore running back Caden Durham isn't going anywhere. According to his social media, he is staying right here in the Red Stick. Durham led the Tigers in rushing yards in each of the past 2 seasons with over 1,200 yards on the ground, and really showed his upside his freshman campaign despite battling injuries throughout the past 2 seasons.
All right, a little NFLSU action here. Jacksonville taking on Buffalo. You know where this is going. former LSU Tiger Brian Thomas Jr. Touchdown. Number 7, former Walker Wildcat, making it 7-3, his 4th touchdown of the season. That needs to go up from here because he was much better in his rookie season. You see, of course, the reigning MVP, Josh Allen, doing what he does. And then Trey White, he was my favorite part of this game. He had several passes defended and then finally got that INT as he seals the Bills' win 27-24. All right, still to come right here in your Go Nation. We've got a lot to talk about because football is not dead, Chessa. It is still going, and I'm going to keep proclaiming that until we get to, that day.
Just bring me back a shirt from Miami. That's all I'm saying. Size medium. All right. Plus, the good, the bad, and the ugly of the week all on display at the PMAC. That one was absolutely beautiful. We'll talk about it next. Welcome back into your Louisiana Go Nation. He is Brian Holland. I'm Chessa Boucher. Kim Mulkey and company knocking off the number 2 team in the country, which is arguably the best regular season win in Kim Mulkey's tenure here in Baton Rouge.
Don't spoil it. We got
No,
highlights
everybody
to share.
knows.
But actually, there was fun times to be had in the PMAC.
All of the fun. I
Oh,
was there,
okay.
front and
I was
center.
not informed.
I know. I'll tell you all about it, though. LSU getting right after starting out 0-2 in SEC play. And guess who on the fast break? Malaysia Fuwiley. Lay with a Euro step, she gets the floater to go, part of a 6-0 run. LSU up by 2. Then right before the half, Michaela Williams with the steal. Jada Richard in transition, the pull-up jumper. Buzzer beater goes. Tigers lead it 30-25 after the break, their largest lead of the half. LSU with a big third quarter. Williams, Boss City, 3 out of her 20 points. She had herself a game on both ends of the floor with 5 steals as well. A few plays later for Wiley. Won't be stopped. LSU up 11 after 3. Later in the fourth quarter, Flau'jae Johnson, big vote, and 1, folks. Tigers up by 8 over the Longhorns. Texas not going away, though. Guess who? Madison Booker knocks down the triple. You can't give her space. It is good, but Williams coming up clutch yet again for LSU. She hits the long 3, beating the shot clock. Have yourself a day. She's finished with a team-high 20 points. For the first time in 16 years, LSU beats the number 2 team, 70-65 the final, handing the Longhorns their first loss of the season in front of a rockin' sold-out crowd at the PMAC.
They're hungry. They came to LSU for these moments. This is why they came to LSU, for that crowd. On TV, and now they're a part of that. They're out there with hundreds of people out there still getting autographs and pictures. They embrace that. If you don't like that, don't come to LSU, because that's part of how you build a program, and that's part of how you sustain a program. And they'll be out there even after tough losses. They go out there and they appreciate the fans that we have. But you don't come here and have to pull teeth to get them to stay hungry.
Boy, LSU men's basketball fans, they are hungry.
Very hungry.
0-3,
Starving.
start off SEC play. Hey, look, they went up big, and Markel Sutton, 3-ball right there, really put on a show in the first half. 14 of his 16 points came in the first half. The problem is, in the second half, he only had those 2. So you're up by 16 at halftime. Everything looks good at the half. Then the second half, well, that was good. On display right here. The turnover, 1 of 12 on the night for LSU. You're down 1 with 3.5 minutes to go. Max McKinnon, trying to cook. McKinnon, no. How about Robert Miller with the third? Yes. They'd have a 1-point lead with 1.4 seconds to go. You know how this goes. I can't believe he got it over those outstretched arms and got it off. That's in. Malachi Moreno, the hero for Kentucky, 75-74 as LSU falls to 0-4 in SEC play.
All right, coming up a little bit later in the show, we pick our winner of the CFP playoff with a little who you got.
Plus, a really good sign for the number 2 team in all the land, the LSU Tigers. We'll explain after the break.
Welcome back into your Louisiana Go Nation. He is Brian Holland. I'm Chessa Boucher. It is now time to check in on the number 2 team in the country.
Well, we'll get back to football here in a minute. But first, how about that number 2 team? They faced 3 top 5 opponents in that quad matchup. And now, hey, they basically tied for first, right? Mm-hmm. Didn't get the tiebreaker, so they didn't technically win. But now you just turn right around, you play another, or compete against another top 10 team, because guess what? It's just life in the SEC.
For fans, yeah. I mean, we do have a regular season championship, so you want to win these. Philosophically and the way that I think, I hadn't given it another thought. It's on to the next one. It really doesn't make any difference to me. Maybe that's not what people want to hear me say. I don't know, but we've got to go compete. We're going to try to put a lineup out there to win this thing and get off to a good start. And road wins are good. Road scores need to be good. Our intention is to improve on where we set our floor. Our floor needs to be what just happened, and we start moving up from there. And that's really where our focus is.
Our focus, don't go anywhere, because we got to talk about this national championship game. Cannot wait. It's me versus Chessa. Of course, I'll win. It's who you got. Right after this. Picking sides and a little who you got, shutting it down right here at Geaux Nation. She's Chessa Boucher. I'm Brian Hall. We usually disagree on this, so
always.
Let's hear it. Your national champion on Monday night will be.
It's easy. Indiana. I believe in Curt Cignetti. I think it'll be a close ball game, especially with Miami's front seven. But the Hoosiers, they play complimentary football. They don't turn it over, and they make you pay for the mistakes. Give me the Hoosiers, baby.
I just went on and on about the great Mario Cristobal in Miami. Throw it up the. My wife is a Miami grad. Don't let her know. Ooh. It's Sig and coming. Big Nettie, if you will. I mean, he just looks like, ho-hum. I guess they're handing out a trophy later. We're here. Might as well play. Cignetti may be boring, but he will win. All right, for Chessa Boucher, I'm Brian Hall. Until next time, this is the Geaux Nation.